Well, well, well. Here I am with Commie Mark, the amazing communist character comic book guy. Good to see you. I was there that night that you took the name Commie Mark, and you've never put it down. And I've always been impressed by that. Always, forever.
No one was just saying earlier, it was leaning into the meme, and it like I just went, okay, I'll be that.
Yeah, it worked for you. And then you did Joe loved your comic, man. Joe loved your comic. Joe, it's great to see you. Thanks for jumping in with us. And a love pigeon, always good to see you. I gave away your secret real name, Jim, but it's okay. You know, you can change your name.
I call him Jim publicly all the time. He's done loads of stuff on this book. It's been
I think he might. Why Love Pigeon? Talk to him. Actually, I think I have had him on before for the Doomsday Kingdom, and they have a sign-up over Doomsday Kingdom now. So, Commie Mark, you're a fascinating person. People are interested in you. They want to know more about what you're all about. You do actually start telling people, and it starts getting a little scary. So we want to get too far into that. But tonight, you asked me, hey, do you want to talk Not Daredevil? And I said immediately, yes, I want to talk about Not Daredevil. Why? Why talk Not Daredevil? Because I've always loved Daredevil. He's my favorite comic character. But beyond that, I thought your Not Daredevil was always the coolest freaking idea. And you made me pay a horrible price for that because I said something very nice. And I wound up in your campaign. I'm part of your campaign. Yeah. I was like, let me look at his campaign, and checking it out the other day. And I'm like, hey, I'm actually part of the campaign. I didn't realize that. So I'm a little bit famous. I'm excited about it. What did I say about how brilliant you are?
There it is. Right.
Nobody on the planet, and I'll do it in Adam voice. Nobody on the planet could do what Commie Mark can do.
If I can interrupt you, can you do it on full screen, please?
Oh, yes, so we can clip it. Oh, you son of a bitch. Here we go. All right.
No, I mean, you're on full screen.
I know, me on full screen. Okay, hold on. There I am. Okay. And scene. Nobody on the planet could do what Commie Mark can do. What comes out of his effing mind, unbelievably meta. He wants everything to be iconically different. And I meant that. He might do the biggest book in Comicsgate one of these days. He just might. Adam Post. And just to prove me right, I know that Mark will consider doing his comic like 11 by 17, which would be the biggest book in Comicsgate. Mark, I love you, brother. Keep using your creativity, and it's so great to have you as a part of Comicsgate. You're like a little crazy jewel, in your own way, doing your own thing that nobody else can replicate. So you're not doing boring stuff. And it's these different, cool, complementary ideas that make Comicsgate something that's just undeniably cool, interesting, and unique as all hell. I mean, if you don't bring uniqueness to the world, I don't know what the hell, else the world would really want.
Making a good point, which is that I couldn't do things like this outside of Comicsgate, and it wouldn't work. I need the whole me explaining the pitch to you, the YouTube personality that goes with the camp. It's all interconnected. And I couldn't do that if I worked for Marvel or DC. They wouldn't let me do stuff like this.
I don't think that's they're not hiring you for anything. But even if it wasn't to do, you're not the type of person they want to hire. They want to hire people that they can tout out around as diverse, gendered, whatever.
Even being a communist doesn't count enough.
Oh, no. First of all, that's a given. If you're not a communist, they're not going to talk to you. But yeah, you're not communist enough for them. But I want you to tell me. I was listening to your video. I'm like, well, let's find out what Not Daredevil is about, according to Commie Mark. And you listening to your video is not a good way to find out what it's about, because as soon as you start maybe talking about what it's about, you're like, okay, let's not say, and that's it.
Yeah.
Now, so I sort of know what it's about, but when people say, "What's it about?" What is it about this comic?
So what I've done is I've taken this public domain Golden Age character and rebooted it. But I'm using the original artwork that they used in the 40s and 50s, and relettered it to tell a new story, like inside the framework of the original story, that like critiques the the golden age comics, like it's a satire of the golden age.
So this is the golden age, not Daredevil, with a relettered story that is purely Commie Mark, but you take their action and their artwork and you script it into something else and something funny.
Yeah, exactly. Like by changing the context of things, like but also like there's jokes in there that are at the expense of reboots. For example, in this issue, this is a reboot issue, so all the things that you expect in a modern day reboot, like, have been twisted in a Commie Mark way to be in there as well.
What is the Commie Mark way?
Just the wrong way.
Subversive comes to mind first.
Yeah, subversive. That's a great word. I like collecting words when people say them. Like the best one was this guy Tony Sizzle, the guy who drew American Evil.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, I love him. I do. He said.
I mean, I'm not really in love with him, but I like him. I think his art is good. Not
in a Bigfoot Bill kind of way. He said the phrase that was the most avant-garde person that he'd worked with, and I was like, yes, avant-garde. Like now.
Oh yeah, you can definitely avant-garde, subversive, iconoclastic. That's another good Commie Mark word.
Yeah,
that's three good words for you. Nobody could debate that. So, and also,
let me stay for a sec. You mentioned earlier the quote, like that's on the campaign. The last part of that quote was that he said one day he could have the biggest book in Comicsgate one day. Mm-hmm. And I launched this campaign on January the 1st as a stunt, so I could claim the highest grossing book of 2021.
Yeah, you did get that. You did nail that record. That was very impressive and bizarre.
It means that a major prophecy come true, and it like I had the biggest book in Comicsgate, not for one of these days, for 3 days.
3 days is pretty good. That is about 1% of the year. There's a few different ways of looking at it, but I also think that you might look into the 11-17, maybe not for this one, but you could do it again and be the biggest book in Comicsgate the second time around, not even go on the first, and do it in a different joke way. Little expensive, but again, money is not important to you. You're independent of those kinds of things. Your creativity will not be stunted.
I'll do what I think is funny in it. Don't forget to back the campaign though, because I do need the money.
That's not Daredevil. Be like these 47 other people. You could be number 48. You could be number 49. You could be 48 through 50 if you back one time after another.
Right.
But throw your money at this not Daredevil universe. Not your mermaid money, not your zombie money. Your food money, fine. Your rent, good. But definitely back not Daredevil. The link, of course, is in the description. So this is like I had said, this is like What's Up, Tiger Lily, which not everybody knows what that is. In fact, most normal people wouldn't know what that is. But that is a movie that Woody Allen did where he took an old movie and they redid all the dialogue.
Yeah, so that's essentially what it is. Like other comparable movies, there's one called Kung Pao that people are familiar with that's more recent than that. But it's not too dissimilar from Airplane. Like, you know how Airplane, they took the script for a different movie and then all the lines are from that movie, but it's like acted out differently underneath. It's the opposite of Airplane, I suppose.
That's funny because I really did not. The movie Airplane with Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah. Like the script for it is from a different movie, and all the lines are funny because of the recontextualization.
Yeah.
Scene like the.
Wow. Yeah, I did not actually know that. I always liked the movie, but hadn't gone into like the whole production history and stuff.
It makes it an even more incredible feat, like when you know that the like meta.
I'm gonna have to look into that. That's interesting as hell. So you've got a nice warning in here.
Yeah, that's the thing. I stole that straight out of the Golden Age. They all have like these letters. They're usually from the editor saying, like, you know, don't forget to recycle your comics. We need them for the war, and it like we need all the paper. Like that's one of the reasons why Golden Age comics are so rare, because people recycled them for the war effort. Like there's adverts in the book, even stories where you see like kids collecting tin cans and that to recycle for the war.
So the moral of that story is do not recycle anything for war.
You could say that. Like these Golden Age comics there's lots of propaganda in there, and it like you know, because it started in the late 1930s and the early 40s and that, which is, you know, around the time that World War II was breaking out. So there's lots of like stuff in there related to that, which is cool.
Finally, thanks for letting people know that we've got to get this money to Mark. It's very important. We want him to have the operation and ship the book. You know what? That might be an interesting stretch goal, is that you will get some certain operation, but unspecified, if we can hit at a certain number. I want to say, too, I really like this one. Get drawn into not Daredevil versus the Klan for $68 US, where you're just going to put a picture of someone's head on a body. That actually is really funny. We were laughing about that the other day. I think with the splintering. He loves you, the splintering guy.
Yeah, I love him as well. Everyone, I'm generous with the love.
Yeah, spread it around. Share it around. Why not? So you've got all kinds of insanity going on with this. All kinds of cool creativity. So this is the cover. Not Blind, not a lawyer, not Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, because it's got to be clear that it's not Daredevil. Like that's part of the trademark issues with the name. So the character's public domain, but the name's trademarked by Marvel for Daredevil. Right?
So you're allowed to use the name. I mean, you just kind of giving it a shot and see what happens.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, that could be fine.
My dream is that all of the covers will be replaced with cease and desist covers, like where I'll, you know, if someone sends me a cease and desist, I'll put it on the cover instead of.
I got a cease and desist from was it Marvel? Yeah, I think Marvel. I think it was Marvel. Something we were doing something like a Punisher versus Batman. Because you can see like magazines, they used to do like comparisons of like which character would beat this character.
Yeah.
So we were going to do that as a standalone kind of editorial magazine-y kind of book. This was back in the Personality Comics days. It was doing like 50 or 60 comics a month. And it sold pretty well, and the cover was cool, but Marvel didn't like the idea. So we couldn't do it. But this is cool. You can definitely do this. And obviously it's the Golden Age character. So this is all new art, this cover.
The cover is, it's a hand-painted cover by that Love Pigeon fella.
Love Pigeon.
James Milne, his real name is. So he painted that cover for me. It was ready 1 hour before the launch. Like it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago that I had the idea to launch on January the 1st, because I realized I'd have a 5-hour head start on the East Coast.
It's obnoxious and it's funny, so it's perfect for you.
Yeah, it was all part of the stunt in it. Like, I knew there'd be no real new books. Like, I could be the first one out of the gate. Like, that's
working so far, and you know, that's the thing with these things is, well, publishing all in all is you kind of never know how it's going to go, but so far this one's going great for you, and it's definitely way ahead of your prior campaign, right?
Yeah, I've done in 5 days what took me 6 weeks to do, like last time.
That's the right direction.
There's a lot of the people. There's returning customers. There's new customers. Like it's great. Like
it is. It's a really fun feeling as just more people jump on board, and you know, you get the notice and email that somebody backed you. It's great. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And this KKK, this is part of the original book.
Yeah. So in the old days, they'd say, "Oh, comics are always political." These ones really were.
Yeah.
There's, like I was saying, there's Nazis, there's the Klan, there's
But
Japanese.
these were like, it was never glorifying the Klan. It was, like this, like the Klan's attacking the government. So it was always pro-government, pro-America, pro-country.
Yeah, exactly.
Not pro the insurgents trying to overthrow the country.
No, that's because it was aimed towards the war and it like that to build national solidarity or whatever.
Yeah, and it worked. Not Daredevil versus the Ku Klux Klan is a 30-plus page satirical parody of the culture and context of Golden Age comics. Gorgeous original art by Eisner Hall of Fame member Charles Biro. That's the interior art, right?
Yeah, correct.
He would be so happy knowing that you've picked this stuff back up, right?
I hope so.
You scanned. So what did you do? Like, did you digitally scan it and then touch it up?
So we tried for a while to work out a way to just recolor them. And we found a way, and it was really long and laborious, and it just didn't look as good. And we could color it better, with extra colors and muscles, and texture and everything. And even then, it just didn't look as good as these ones. So we made the decision to just roll with the original colors.
Yeah, I think that's the right idea. I really do. This isn't that kind of thing that you remaster it. I think it was a good thing to do. So you guys recolored all these pages?
No. We were just gone with the originals now.
Okay.
We recolored a bunch of them, and they didn't look as good as the original Golden Age versions in it.
Who's doing the lettering? The lettering's pretty good.
That's by my new friend Caparticus.
Okay. Nice job.
Go and follow him on Twitter and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. He's doing a good job. We were relettering something that I published a few years back, and I've been staring at some lettering. We have to do new lettering, overlaying the old lettering, and it's a pain in the neck.
That's one of the challenges with writing this, because all those bubbles already exist in it. So whatever I change it to say,
it needs to fit there.
Correct in there. If this Grand Wizard dude at the bottom just said, "Hello," it is bubble. It would look ridiculous.
These guys are not just Klan; they're Klan Nazis.
Yeah,
that's like Nazis. Double bad.
Yeah, it doesn't get much worse, does it?
I've never heard of Klan Nazis.
Yeah, so they team up, the Nazis and the Klan, to take over the White House. And so, I was saying earlier, it makes jokes at the expense of current comics as well. So the Klan, the Klan and the Nazis have this gender and race swapping technology in it, so they can gender and race swap characters. So that's a thing that they do now. That's somehow they're going to take over the presidency from that. Obviously, I don't want to give you too many spoilers in it. But...
No, please do not spoil this for me. So you were sending around PDFs back in the day. I remember you shocked me. You're like, "Yeah, I think I sent the PDF to about 1,000 people." I was like, "Well, did you at least save their email addresses?" You're like, "Not really, not really."
No, I should have done
a little bit. Well, are they in your email sent?
No, I did it through Twitter. I just got them in people's
you gotta message them and let them know the campaign's available. Spam those mother effers. Master Dan, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, and good to see Phil. Good to see What About. You guys are great to support me mostly, but no, to support Mark and check out his book. And we're learning about KKK Nazis, which is I didn't even know they made those. It's fantastic. So you didn't create that. That was in the story already.
No, yeah, that already exists. Everything that is in the books before I've even touched them is shocking. So
I want, you
Just
know what might be
pick the best thing.
interesting, Mark, as an extra stretch goal, like give people a PDF of the original comic so they can kind of compare. Like you don't have to print it, but
Yeah.
because like with the mermaids, we're designing a map to include in the book, and because I didn't realize my production person, she's like, I'm also a cartographer, and you got all these weird lands and stuff. Why don't you do a map? It's like, yeah, we should do a map. So work on a map, and she's like, well, you need to do a world building document because we've got so much material. So like, all right, let's do a world building document. Thank God the comic's done. That's why like it's not shipping in January. It'll ship probably in February. But anyway, we're going to wind up with this extra 50-page PDF, I think, that we're going to be able to send to people after the comic ships. I'll email it like a few weeks later as an extra thank you. And there's so much content there. But yeah, I think certainly you have it. Wouldn't that be kind of fun as a stretch goal or an extra thank you?
I could potentially do like a making of director's commentary thing in it. Like,
well, that's yet another thing. That's yet another product. I'm just talking about like, look, I like whatever you're doing. I'm interested, but this is so bizarre. I kind of would like to see what did they say before you change the lettering?
I can imagine that it would be cool to be lying there on your bed with like the relettered version and the original version, like turning the pages.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, people would dig that.
But I don't think you need to do another. I'm always cautious on the production side, like, making promises and losing, having to spend money to make the damn thing. What you might do is if you were going to print it, if you go like 5.5, 8.5, like half, 8.5, 11, those are usually about like 40% less to print than a normal comic size because of the way that just paper is economized. It's a little bit smaller, so you shouldn't use your main book for that, but you could do it for an extra book.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I think a PDF would be just fun. It's just fun. I like the idea of doing print comics, not really digital, but as a supplement, what the hell? Doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, it doesn't cost me any money to send them the PDF of the public domain version.
An extra thank you from Mark. Or honestly, now that we're even talking, you could be emailing out the original and like wait till you see what we've done with this, and let people read it, and not even get them psyched for the book. But anyway, eventually we'll figure out a way. So there was extensive research. Research has shown left-wing comic book writers break the industry doing another reboot of a beloved pre-existing character. All right, this is all just brilliant stuff from Mark. Immerse yourself in the golden age experience with a traditional pair of Commie. Mark, is it really pronounced Commie with that? Why is it backwards 3?
It's just for the backwards 3 is because Commie Mark on Twitter was already taken. That's all it is. But it looks like the Cyrillic E letter, don't it? So I keep it in there.
Yeah.
My name here in the bottom left of the screen where it's written in full Cyrillic says Shriddy Miduk. Like it doesn't even say Commie Mark. Like it's
okay.
Thing.
It's weird. So now, what you're including X-ray? How do people get the X-ray specs?
They're just an add-on. You can buy them like with almost every tier. Like so that's just because one of the things that I do in my books is that I have fake adverts, like articles and letters, all of those things in it.
So you've got an ad in your book for these glasses.
Correct.
That is a pretty cool add-on. Well, how much is that add-on?
I'm not sure in dollars. I think it's around £8 or £9, something like that.
Okay, it's a little bit more. A little more than that. Maybe $12. How do you feel about Brexit? Are you happy that's over and done with?
I was on the other team, and like I thought we should have stayed. Like so.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been more communist to stay anyway, right?
Yeah.
How do you like that? I'd switch with you. It looks like we're losing our U.S. president over here, probably, and you're losing the EU. So it'll be a nice trade. But you're making coins? What is this?
No, I'm not making these coins. So on Best Korea, one of the stretch goals was that I gave everyone 200 North Korean won, like an actual note from North Korea in it that I signed. Like I gave away 100 of those. This time I'm giving away a free communist coin like to every backer, like to redistribute the wealth as a thank you for people
So
helping
this
to
is
fund my revolution.
so this these coins are minted by North Korea.
Now these ones are from the Soviet Union, and it like so everyone will get a genuine coin from the Soviet Union that you can't spend anywhere because the country doesn't exist anymore.
Ah, okay. So you just kind of get them in bulk, and I assume they're pretty cheap.
Yeah, like the
Got my
like
endorsement.
5 pence or something.
We already went over my endorsement, which we're going to see a lot more of, I'm sure. But, Commie Mark, haven't people tried to bring back Daredevil before? Yes, that's a good question.
Yeah. A few people have, because it's in the public domain, like anyone can have a go. Like, so some people have tried to do it.
Yeah. And some of the Dynamite made a version, right? Did you see the Dynamite version? Did you like it?
Yeah, I've got a review of it on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 Dynamite versions. There's an Alex Ross version and a Gail Simone version. I've only read the Alex Ross version.
Okay.
Well, I've read the full like run of the Alex Ross version, and I read the first one of the Gail Simone version. The Alex Ross one's all right. Like it's fine for like what he's trying to do. Achieved what he was trying to do. It was absolutely okay. But it's nothing like what I'm doing. Like I'm doing a totally different.
Yours is actually entertaining and funny. Is this Daredevil character supposed to have superpowers, or did he just run around in a costume?
No, it's just a costume guy. Like his like Tarzan because he's raised by Aboriginals and it like he's a jungle man or something.
We've all been there before. We've all been raised by Aboriginals. All right. So Eric Larson did something with this?
Yeah, so in the Image universe or whatever, they had a big event where a bunch of public domain Golden Age heroes were added to the universe, including Daredevil. And in Savage Dragon 161, it's like a Daredevil special, Savage Dragon versus Daredevil. So
yeah, and Savage Dragon was always falling apart for sales. People really didn't love Savage Dragon. There were some people buying it, but it was never like, well, maybe initially it sold a lot, but it always kind of dropped down more and more and more. So it's not Daredevil's fault, or not Daredevil's fault.
No, so
actually, not Daredevil. Anyway,
I've actually got the sales figures in it, like from his book.
Yeah, I see. So let's outsell him. 5,544 copies.
Yeah, it's only $19,000. Like
okay, retail. Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
And that's if the comic book shop sold every single book at cover price, and which we know they didn't. Like sure. At least half of them went.
We have a chance to beat that. Then, yeah, we could definitely beat that. Teach him a lesson.
I don't think it's unrealistic.
He'll never do it again. How recently did he do that? Is that like 20 years ago or something?
Not quite that long. Probably, I don't remember the year. Surely in the 2010s, like in the teens, like it can't have been more than 10 years ago.
Remember when he used to be not Lev Gleason? I'm sure you probably remember that.
Yeah. That's before anyone knew who I was in it.
Yeah, you were just that strange guy. And now you're the strange guy that we love.
Yeah.
All right, Comicron says the book sold 54. Okay, we did talk about that, 5,500 copies. So we're gonna outsell him. All right, so this is cover B, the clan variant.
Yeah. So this cover is inspired by Savage Dragon 161. Like the guy who's featured there in the place of the Savage Dragon is the Scarlet Skull, which is a character from the Lev Gleason Golden Age universe.
Oh, great.
Has a red skull for a face, but he predates Marvel's The Red Skull by 2 months, and there's a lot of like copying out of this universe going on, like in Marvel, like particularly around Daredevil, but like.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. Even the Spider-Man's costume was like a Halloween costume from like 20 years before or something. I've never seen that. It's kind of funny, but it's like, yeah, let's just pick it up and do it. Hey, that's the way to do it. All right, now there's the Gail Simone competition. Oh, so Dynamite didn't do too bad with that one. They did better.
No, almost 10,000 copies. Like,
Death-defying Daredevil.
yeah. So their version made $36,000. Again, that's if every book sold at cover price, which we know that's not how it works. And that's one of the ways they've been screwing over the comic book shops by selling them tons of variant issues that are unrefundable. You know, like their Death-defying Devil series, the one that sold 9,000. That's because there was 4 different covers of it, and it it's all those variants that.
I'm all for those 4 covers. 4 covers is good with me.
But Dynamite take the piss with it, don't they? Like they've got about a bajillion.
They go nuts. Yeah, they make really tons and tons and tons of covers. They really go nuts with that. But they're still in business so far. So, who did this? Sort of looks a little bit like Vampirella.
Yeah, that's a Cap Articus piece again. Yeah, so this is my homage to Dynamite's love of variant covers for their characters. There was a time like a year ago when it looked like everyone was going to get a Vampirella variant cover, like for their book. They were giving them away so willy-nilly, like. So I thought this is a nice little nod to that. Like, get the last ever Comicsgate Vampirella variant.
Jesus. So this is another cover variant.
Yeah, for Not Daredevil versus the Ku Klux Klan.
Cool. All right, and then this is Not Daredevil Origins issue 0. This is a whole separate book.
Correct. This is the book that I originally gave away for free. So you can buy a physical version of that as well. Because I didn't want to come back with the same book a year later. Like, here you go. Here's the book that I gave you for free a year ago. Like, do you want to buy a physical? Like,
that's sort of my style, but I would take no offense to it. But this is really cute. How this is a Spider-Man meme takeoff.
Yeah. And they're saying to each other like, "You're not Daredevil. No, you're not Daredevil."
That is clever.
This cover is to poke fun at the title, the drama around the name Daredevil and the naming rights.
And it also plays on your title, which is Not Daredevil.
Exactly.
Wow. How many pages is the origin book?
So the book itself will be 30 plus pages. The origin story is maybe 24 pages. But like I was saying, I put all the articles and the adverts and stuff inside that aren't filler because they contribute to like the overall meta of the book, like that it's fake golden age, and all of the conspiracy stuff going on inside. Like, did Marvel copy Daredevil, and stuff like that?
Why are there 4 naked people in bed with Daredevil?
That's the golden age, bro. It's excellent. It's before the Comics Code Authority. Like, maybe that was normal in the 1930s before boys.
Yeah, because that would be interesting to see what their word balloons were saying too. People appreciate your writing that much more too when they see what it was and what you turned it into. This stuff was really funny. I remember they were going to eat a baby or something.
Yeah, that's
I love 6 a.m.'s work. Stretch goal number 1, $2,500. We haven't got there yet, but we're very close.
Around $300 to go, I think.
Excellent. All right, no campaign would be complete without a customary 6 a.m. comic sticker. When, if the campaign crosses, and it will, over $2,500, all physical backers will receive this awesome sticker free of charge, as well as at least one of 3 prints. Yeah, that's a great looking sticker.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's really, really cool. I got to do one of those. Get a free sticker and print with every order after $2,500. So there's going to be 4 covers.
Well, it's one book. Well, it's 2 books. One of them's only got 1 cover.
Okay.
The other one's got 3 variants.
3 variants.
Once the campaign is filled, the variants won't be available anymore in it. So if you want one of the variants. You have to get it
Get it
on
now.
the campaign, like the exclusive to the while the campaign's live.
What's this over here? That's like kind of Jack Kirby looking art.
Yeah, so that's the first print. If you scroll down, there's a big version of it.
Bigger versions, okay.
The very next thing, like.
Oh wow! Okay.
Nick
Martin, not Jack Kirby print.
Yeah. So when we pass the $2,500, everyone who's backed will get one of them as a print.
That's cool. Very nice. James, I love. He's good people. Not Alex Ross. That's great. That's a good idea. Tony says I'll not. Wait, who is he not? Not Daredevil versus Merry Boys. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's very cool. I haven't seen anyone else draw Merry Boys yet. Now I have. Stretch goal, 5,000 pounds.
This is not to say dollars. I keep meaning to change this and forgetting. $5,000.
All right, $5,000. You might want to change it live even. Should the campaign pass the totals raised on Kim Il-sung and Best Korea, I will add backup stories featuring other characters from the Lev Gleason public domain library to both Not Daredevil versus the KKK and Not Daredevil Origins. Wow, taking each book to 40-plus pages. That is a big promise, but I know you can deliver. That would be very cool. The books just keep getting bigger.
Yeah, so like Phil Diaz did on the Lost Pages, as we raise more money, I'll be able to put more stories into each book.
I like that crazy Phil Diaz.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Joseph Ippolito thinks that we're sexy. Fighting kangaroos like a boss, absolutely. And he's saying hi to what? About Ahoy. What about Ahoy? What about? All right. Very cool. Now this I noticed too. The boomerang is very cool. Yeah. What is the custom boomerang?
It's just exactly that. There's one of these boomerangs that we made. Like, and if anyone wants it, you can buy it. And then the painting cover is available as well. The original physical painting that Jim did. Yeah.
That's a nice painting. Nice job, Jim. How big is that? You know?
It says in the thing. I don't remember. Like.
Okay. Scannable size.
If you got a big scanner.
If you got a big scanner, I do actually. 11 by 17, baby. Well, this looks like a very cool project. I'm really happy to see you launching this. It makes me happy to see it there. Let's check out the tiers. Tier time, baby. Featured. Not Daredevil Fumble Bundle. What the hell is a Fumble Bundle?
So when on Dynamite's campaigns, they call all of their featured tiers like humble bundles, and they got into some controversy last year when they made one where they were using the proceeds to pay for
Black Lives Matter
probation stuff in it, like which was a bit of a fumble. So I've called mine Fumble.
Okay.
If you look on the thumbnail, you'll see I'm actually bringing a gift to some Antifa protesters or whatever.
Okay. So do you promise to use this money to give it to somebody inappropriate?
Yeah, me.
Okay. You're definitely inappropriate. That's a great idea. All right. So that's a promise. 6 already. That's good. People like your feature tier. So that includes Not Daredevil versus the KKK. That includes the variant, Not Daredevil Origins book, Not Daredevil Lesbian Vampire cover, Pointless War Bond Certificate. What's that?
It's just exactly that, a certificate. Like I suppose it's a certificate of authenticity, but it's pretending to be war bonds, because that's one of the things that's in the book, and it, buy war bonds, like that's a golden age.
It's really clever, but since you stole it right out of the book, like everything else, how clever is it? It's still clever. Excellent. X-ray specs. We saw those. Secret mega print. Have we seen it, or it's a secret?
It's a secret at the moment. I'm waiting for the colors to be finished on it before, I show people.
It'll be less secret. Name in the book. Very cool. American Evil #1. That's another project, isn't it?
It's like a 12-page sample ashcan thing that
Okay,
maybe Tony Sizzle before that I'd like
gotcha.
to make into a full book one day. But
I think we talked you out of it, at least temporarily. Temporarily, one book at a time, right? And then plus this ashcan. Not Daredevil pin badge. What are you making pins?
yeah, I'll get some made. That's pretty easy. Like I learned how to do that with the Best Career campaign.
Excellent. I
And
don't know
it's
what
just another little thing that you can throw in it. Like so.
Throw a shrimp on the Barbie. Help a fella out. £2, $3, and you'll feel good about it.
Yeah.
So it's a feel good kind of situation. I like that.
Yeah.
So you're giving people good feelings. Not Daredevil Origins. Learn the story behind Origins, both the character Not Daredevil and the book itself, as we relive a horrific and hilarious story of betrayal, murder, and revenge. Yes. And that's the print version of the book?
Yeah, that's the printed version of Not Daredevil Origins, the origin story. That's the one that I gave away for free before in digitals.
Oops. That's pretty cheap, $11 US.
Yeah, well, currently it's only 30 pages, remember? Like, so, yeah. But that's
very fair. It's a good price. Not Daredevil #0 Origins Aussie variant. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we were talking about this too. Blake loved this. It's printed upside down.
Yeah. Like, and I'm definitely not gonna just put them in the mailing bags upside down, just regular versions. That's definitely not what's gonna happen.
You're gonna print it upside down.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Jeez. Crazy. Not Daredevil versus the KKK. All right, that's the main event.
Yeah,
right?
With the standard cover, which, as you can see on the thumbnail, I only had a stand-in cover, like at that point, because he was still doing the painting.
So how did you get a KKK guy to stand up there with a picture?
That's actually a ghost.
Oh, okay. Very nice. Not a Nazi KKK character.
No, just a regular old ghost.
It's amazing we can actually, that he shows up on film. Not all ghosts do. Not Daredevil versus the KKK variant.
Yeah,
we know that variant. We looked at that earlier. That one's pretty cool.
That's the Eric Larson variant. Yeah.
Lesbian vampire cover. But is that a woman character, a female character, or?
No, that's just Not Daredevil, like doing some cosplay.
Okay, cool. Public domain. Do what you want. Digital double. I like that idea. So that is both books delivered digitally.
Yeah.
Shipping is low on this. Shipping is cheap.
Yeah, and for like it's a decent price.
Yeah, that is good.
Like I'm one of the people. I'm a huge champion of digital comics. Like I think that it's a thing that we should be doing. I understand like concerns about piracy, like and people sharing files and things, but I know that I pirate comics all the time. That's how I decide if I buy physical ones in it. Like it definitely, like if your work's strong enough, like you'll get your sales. Like
yeah, I think that the fears of Not Daredevil losing millions of dollars because of piracy is pretty limited. And I'd have a similar concern about the Mermaids or anything else I'm doing. I did College of the Dead as a webcomic first. That's why the panels were designed on a 6-panel grid like that initially. And yeah, digital definitely has a future. It's just, who knows, and it's project specific and all that. And also how you want to promote it. If you want to promote it separately digital, there are people making money with digital comics. But print, nothing like print. Not Daredevil versus KKK triple. That's the 3 variant covers.
Correct.
Right? A good guesser. All right. And Not Daredevil quadruple pack. That includes that 4th cover, but that is Origins.
Yeah. So that's 2 books.
2 books, 4 covers.
Yeah.
Got it. I like this drawn in. I don't think people understand this tier because this should be selling like crazy because this is a great idea.
Yeah. Like,
do you do it in just one panel, or does this if it's a character that appears once, or what do you do?
yeah, I think it's going to be a character that appears once. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it because I'm going to base that decision on when I've got the face in it. Like, because the person might have a certain facial expression or be facing a certain direction.
You know what I would maybe suggest to doing this is since you haven't sold one yet, is relist this where people, because you're planning on getting people a copy of the book as well with this, or you're just drawn into it and you'll never even see it. You know what I mean? Like you would want to send someone a copy of them in the book, right?
Yeah. I'll add one to that tier, and that's what you're saying.
Yeah, because you can just hide this or delete this and then relaunch the tier and basically say you're going to get. And maybe you want to go with a flat. How much is it for these 4 books? $50 US. So maybe you want to go $75 US or $100 US, where you get all 4 covers plus you get drawn into the book.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe something like that. But you definitely want them to get the book because they're going to be in it. And actually, it's not a bad idea to sell them, to get them, multiple copies of the book, because they might want to say, hey, guess what? I'm in a comic.
Yeah, that's true. Like, and they're likely to share it with their friends. And
give it to a friend and not make them spend, feel like they have to spend an extra $35 just to give it to a friend. So if they have 3 or 4 copies laying around, they could do that. But maybe $100, US, and then back it from there. Make sure you're going to make money too. But and actually, that's another fun thing when you're on a stream to talk about is like, hey, if you're in this book and you're going to get at least 3 copies of it, you can give out 2 copies and keep one for yourself. And what a hell of a gag gift. Or you can have someone else drawn into the book. I know that there's a drawn in tier that Eric Weathers has on Battlebrick Road. And I think I was on stream when it was launched on Ethan's channel. And he's having Mike Miller drawn in. I think I don't know if Ethan paid for this. It maybe Mike Miller's going to be drawn in as a midget or something in there. Which maybe isn't it. So you could have somebody else drawn in too if you want. Well, I think it was like $500 too. It's like, all right, that's draw me in for $500. So James Milne Mega Pack.
Yeah. So if you back that one, you get the painted cover that Jim did. Yeah, get a copy of the print that he did, but the kicker with this one is that he'll do like a sketch for the backer in it. Like, so all the backers will get a hand-drawn sketch by him. Like,
cool.
With it.
Cool. Yeah, he's a really good guy, and people love his original art. He does well. Now, not Sean Gordon Murphy tier. Well, I mean, if that plank of wood of a man can charge for a conversation, so can I. So a 1-hour Skype call with Commie Mark.
Yeah, for £100.
£100. Well, let's see how it goes.
Because I am tempted. I'll send you the bill for this 1-hour conversation after the stream.
That seems fair. Fair.
He did that on his campaign, and
he did that on his campaign.
So I thought I'd copy him.
Your next campaign needs to have an executive box set. I don't know what you're going to do. Maybe you could put it in a briefcase.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because if you search for a briefcase, I'm sure there are briefcases called the Executive, and there'll be like a little tag that says Executive on it. If you Google for that, like, you probably get a $20 briefcase or something like that. That seems to suit what you need to do. The only thing is it's big to ship. So if you had to ship it to the US, it would be problematic.
Yeah,
not Daredevil Boomerang. This is a good thing for people to think about getting. Because you could throw it, it comes back. There's only one of them. What gave you the idea to do a boomerang?
The artist just did it. It was like, I got an idea.
Okay.
And he did it. And I was like, that is really cool.
It is cool. That's the whole thing about collaboration. That's why I tell people, like, because everybody that if you work with 4 or 5 people on something, everybody is going to have like one really great idea that you would never have thought of. And ultimately, then you've got a lot of cool stuff. That's why I like to collaborate. So that can get shipped with a book. This is just the Boomerang. You don't get a book with this.
No, because the artist will be shipping that because it's his Boomerang in it that he's
His
got.
Boomerang. Again, I keep getting tempted. Boomerang. All right. I like that idea. Not Daredevil versus the KKK cover painting. All right. So that's the cover painting. He always sells his art cheap. People love it.
Yeah.
So someone will buy that.
He's just made the leap to trying to go pro. Like, he's left his job. Like, he's focused on his comics. Doomsday Kingdom 2 is coming out. Like,
cool.
There's a mailing list for that already. Like,
yeah, I was tweeting that around. Everybody sign up for Doomsday Kingdom 2. Just go on to Indiegogo, type Doomsday Kingdom, and it should pop up. But if not, it'll pop up on Twitter. Just search on Twitter. We'll all be sharing it around for sure. Yeah, all right. So that's beautiful original artwork by our pigeon friend, 16 by 12. Very cool. So it's a good size.
He made me like write that in.
Yeah, people should know because they might think it's like, a movie poster size or smaller. Or, it's just good for them to know. This is very reasonable. The Not Mags Visaggio sci-fi tier. Purchase the rights to adapt Not Daredevil into a failed TV show on a B-list network, which gets canceled after 10 episodes. So there are some limitations.
Yeah, you can only do 10 episodes.
Only do 10 episodes, and the show must fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing. £25,000 would be enough.
Holy God, when are they going to ship Red Rooster?
It'll definitely be this year.
I don't know, maybe.
This year's the one. I got a good feeling it's going to be this one.
Purchase the Walmart. Wait till they see what their net sales figures are after returns. The mass market sales, returnable sales, is brutal. Hopefully it works out, though. All right, purchase the Walmart distribution rights and guaranteed to receive your copies of Not Daredevil before any of the actual backers. Wow. So this is basically like if people buy this, they will get the books probably years ahead of the other backers.
This is what will happen if somebody pays £200,000. I'll give that person the original master PDF file or whatever.
Yeah.
Say, there you go. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. That's yours now. Do that. And everyone.
So like a punishment of sorts.
No, I'll give it to the person in it. It'll be their book. They can have it. I'll refund everyone who's backed to the campaign, and using that £200,000, I'll still fulfill everyone who'd backed.
You've really thought this through.
Well, I'd have my empire already in it. If someone just gave me £200,000. I could just do all the things that I want to do. These are right now. I'm trying to build something, and this is step 2 on the Great Leap Forward. My 5-year plan to my $1 million comic book, in it. It's all part of the journey.
Yeah, that's a crazy idea, but it just might work. We can't say it's not going to work. We don't know until we try, which is where you're a good living example of we don't know until we try. Absolutely. Everybody should back Not Daredevil. It is going to be very funny. You can see how funny it is by just reading some of the dialogue in the comic. Probably the best version of this Golden Age Daredevil character.
That's definitely true.
Yeah,
100%. It's the best representation of the original Daredevil that you're ever going to see outside of the original Golden Age comic.
So to not buy it is the mistake of someone's life. I think we could say that comfortably.
Yes.
Don't let it happen to you. Support Mark, back Not Daredevil. Check out my book, The Mermaids. I will show a link to it right here. Maybe we could do a crossover with a mermaid and Not Daredevil. Yeah, I spent a couple of years working on this. A little bit on and off. But this is what happens when you don't have a deadline. So it's a good cautionary tale. You just keep making more and more and more and more and more stuff. Yeah, this was a really fun project to put together, and we're adding this world building document now, which has like all this extra character description and all this other character designs and additional content, and that's above and beyond the making of book. We just went berserk with it. So probably will never do this much work for any single book again, because it was completely unnecessary for one book. But we have it, so we're putting it all together. And I'm just starting to get around a little bit. But you know what's cool with the Mermaids is I've been really just mostly promoting it on my own platform and getting my platform built up a little bit, and seeing people's feedback and things. And it's kind of interesting. It's fun. And that's why I'm streaming more too now. Every night it's time to stream, doing videos, building up the channel. And it's good times. Are you doing gay space communism anymore?
I put this show on the back burner to build CG UK, and I will bring it back eventually.
Good.
We do that Russian Troll Factory show instead at the moment. Help it, trying to build something with that. I've started this new thing. I don't know if you saw the interview I did with Don Chin the other day.
I think you were on. I was on with him like the day before or after or whatever it was. What happened with Don Chin? How'd it go?
So I found there's this website. A lot of us use it anyway without thinking about it. That's called Comics Vine, which is like a Wikipedia sort of site, like for comic books.
Yeah, I have stuff on there. Sure.
Yeah. So what I've started doing, I'm doing like this series of interviews or whatever, where I get a creator on and then go to their profile on there, and we do like a fact check thing, like where
that's a cool idea.
That's not right. But the point of doing that is that the more changes that I make to the website that get approved, like the more things I can add to the website. So I'll be able to start putting Comicsgate creators on there, and like that's my long term. What I want to put Carl Stefan on there, like, and get Mary Boys on there, like, because it deserves to be up there, and then I can start getting more people on, like.
That's
and
brilliant.
we should be doing that, not just me.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I think I'm on there.
Yeah, you are.
My books are on there.
Like, and Don Chin's on there, and like Dan Fragger's on there, mainly, and EVS, all like the big guys. But then I want to get the B lists and the C lists, like.
Everybody. Yeah,
everybody
on there is a great idea. I love it. That's very cool. Because I go there every now and then. It's an easy reference for the spoof comics that I did. They have covers of most of the books, and it's just very handy. And I hadn't even thought of that. That's great. All those good subversive ideas, Mark. You have to keep doing it. Yeah. What else should we know about Not Daredevil? Is there anything else? Probably should watch the trailer. Here's a trailer for Not Daredevil.
Got everything from the comic book. It's got great drawings, colors, great scenery, action, romance.
Yeah. You got the pitch down.
The pitch is stolen from Keanu Reeves, and that's his pitch for Berserker. I just
is it? Okay, I never watched it. I watched like the first 4 seconds of it, and I just took note, like, oh, it's Keanu Reeves doing a pitch about a comic book. But then I stopped. So he wasn't able to pitch what Berserker was about.
No, like that was the extent of his endorsement.
Was that a joke of some sort that he was doing, or
no? Like he was trying his best.
He's trying his best. That's funny. I'm gonna have to check that out. That's hysterical. That's hysterical. Have you been on CJ UK Isolation Celebration Award Wise Guys Entertainment's channel? He's a really good guy.
I haven't taken this on there yet, but I've been on his
who he
channel
is.
a few times. Yeah, comes on my show as well. In fact, I'm in his opening credits. Like,
yeah, I have to get on his channel. He's great. He's a really great guy. That's what I had to say. It's very important. Warzard, the Board Time Lord. The Board Time Lord? I kind of like how that sounds. What did you say? Back your book? Did the Gale give you any problems on Twitter for Daredevil? Yeah, didn't Gale try to mess with you?
So when I was giving it away for free, I tried to wave it under Gail Simone's nose or whatever. And she retweeted a page of it that was a letter that was addressed to her saying, I'm going to beat your numbers, like with my not Daredevil version of the book, which is what I'm trying to do now. And like, let's do that. So she blocked me for it. Like, she retweeted me and then blocked me.
She's like she's still blocking. She's very fickle about blocking and unblocking.
Yeah, I'm definitely still blocked.
Okay.
As far as I know, like nobody who's been dissed on the campaign knows about it yet. Like I've had no feedback from anyone. Like, and I think that the bait that I've laid out, the trap is too obvious for anyone to step into, and that nobody's going to stop me from doing any of this.
You're pretty unstoppable. I would not want to get in your way. Let's put it that way. That could be another Adam Post quotable for you if you like. All right. Let's do this. Let's let you get some rest. I know it's the UK out there. You and I should stream together because you say odd things, and so do I, but they're different sorts of odd things. So we will definitely have to do more streaming together. I'm excited for you with this book. You know, I always thought that this is a very cool book for you. I know you wanted to get the North Korea one out first, which probably worked great because you got the hang of it now. You know what's involved. You know how to make pins. I don't even know how to make pins.
That's good.
That's something you know how to do. I even made a mental. See, when I yelled about that, somebody was like, "I can't take Adam yelling at me anymore." But yeah, you learn how to do this stuff, and now because you know how to make pins, if I need to make pins, you're the pin guy. I'll go to you. I got a lunchbox guy too. I'm going to go to. Start talking to them. All right. So, it's freaking Rankabot. That's my friend Chris Rankowitz. He's good people. He's going to be doing a campaign soon too. I don't know what the name is. I think maybe called The Agent. So I'm messaging something about that. But he's cool people. We got to stream with him as well. There will be a lot of streaming in the future. We will take a rest for now. Thank you so much, Commie Mark, for joining and talking about this Not Daredevil book. I am expecting your bill. Chris Rankabot, we are wrapping things up. But it's always a pleasure to connect with you and to share crazy ideas.
Yeah, man, it's always cool. Look, look how great your hair is. Obviously, a great source of knowledge, experience.
The Agent. Good show, my boy. Good show. That's my UK talk. All right, let's have a great night. Everybody back, Not Daredevil. Share the campaign. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell for notifications. There will be more like this. It's coming at you. It's coming at you fast. Tomorrow night, I'm going to have on Camel Moon. Why? To talk about Hail Salad, of course. And then after that, I'm trying to line up Patrick Parnell. I think we're going to do that Friday night, but we're going to just keep rocking it. 9 o'clock every night, EST, talking comics, making cool things happen, and streaming in addition to that. All right. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate your time. Hope you guys had some fun, and definitely support Commie Mark and Not Daredevil. Have a great night, everybody. Commie Mark, you could say goodbye.